What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. I'm always looking for a good USB microphone, and this one was cheap and interesting looking. I found this one. It was in the $30 range. It's called the SF777, and I will do an unboxing here because it says by Yame. And one of the things that was really intriguing to me, as you can see there, it actually has like a full setup, the tripod, the microphone, and even a windscreen, which was kind of crazy to me. So I thought we would give it a look as well as try it out. Now, one of the things that I think is almost a requisite is getting the appropriate microphone for your application. And there are really two. And one of the things that I've noticed here is that an omnidirectional microphone will pick up everything. So they're kind of good for putting in the middle of the table and having a group of people all speak into it, maybe do a podcast, a conference call, things like that. But they're really bad at just isolating one voice and blocking everything out. For those, you want what's essentially a unidirectional microphone, or as they call it in the biz, a Cardioid microphone. And that creates a little bit of like a heart-shaped area in front of the microphone where it just picks up that sound. And the beauty of that is I can speak into it, and if I've got a little bit of a air conditioner buzz or air blowing or computer buzzing and stuff like that, it kind of blocks that out. It really focuses on my voice. And so here is the microphone, and this one is a Cardioid design, and I really wanted to try this one because I thought this could be great for podcasting, for augmenting the audio that my camera picks up automatically. And as you can see, this fell out too. We've got a windscreen for the front. It's all just plastic, but as you can see, it's pretty thick, and then we have like a fabric windscreen in there. And I can tell you, it's actually two pieces of fabric. It kind of feels like almost like a silk nylon or something like that. You can kind of see through it, but there's at least two pieces. So if I'm talking to like this and I spit or blow air, this is going to kind of stop that and create or eliminate that noise before it hits the microphone. You can see we have a screw hole right in there, 1/4 inch it looks like to me. We also have a windsock, which is great. These are awesome. And actually, I've ordered a ton of microphones, including the 5-fines, and they don't come with windsocks. And then I've ordered like a 5-pack of windsocks for $2 because those are nice. Again, it's kind of blocking that air that's passing over the microphone so you don't hear it over the pickup. And I would always use these, and they're super cheap and fun for the fingers. And here is the microphone itself, and I'm just gonna pull it out. It looks like it's pretty much all assembled, and it looks pretty nice. I'll tell you what, it seems like really nice construction. First of all, we have a tripod here. These are metal legs. We have like a rubber ball on the bottom of them. They just deploy like this, and they are pretty resistive here, so they kind of lock into place. And then this is all plastic right here, this tripod. And then we have a screw right there. And actually, it looks like I could tighten it down because it is locked into the hole right there. There's a nut that's holding it in, so I could tighten it down with a Phillips head screwdriver on this side if I needed to, but it seems to be kind of just about the right resistance. It's not loose enough that the microphone will move on its own, but it's not overly tight, so I can kind of just move it. So it's probably just perfect the way it is. We even have a little fabric Velcro around the cable here, and that's just a regular type A USB port. And I would say it's about 4.5, 5 feet long. You can see it is permanently affixed. It looks like it on the bottom of the microphone there. And now this is really, I'm impressed. This little carriage right here is all plastic. So, and even the housing around the microphone, it's all plastic, and this is plastic. It does have a little articulating metal arm here, and that's where you'll put your windscreen on. But what I love about this is you can see the little rubber bands that are holding it. There's two down here, and there's two right up here, and that creates the microphone basically free floating in, and I can actually pull it all the way out here, in the chassis there, and that's going to help isolate it from vibration or tapping on the table. There's nothing really special about it. Like, so if I pull this out, you can see they're just kind of crisscrossing, so they're creating a little cage, and you're just pushing the microphone in it, and the bands will kind of press down on the top and the bottom and on the side. So it's pretty simple. But the great thing about that is that, like I said, it makes sure that you're not picking up any other noise, especially if I tap the table or something, other than what I'm picking up in the microphone. Now, we have the logo on this side, and I guess I'd have to look at the instructions, but my assumption would be that the pickup would be on the side of the logo, but maybe the logo goes out. We'll find out, and I'll test it. But the way it's set up like this, then you would take your arm just like this. I would put on the wind blocker here. I can tell you, so far I love it, and I think good value. If it sounds halfway decent, I'll be pretty impressed with that. I'm not assuming it'll be as good as a Yeti or even a Fine, but nice chrome ring in there, and then we have a metal cage over the microphone element. You can even see it kind of moving around as I tap it because it's on those rubber springs. And then I've got the windsock here, so I'm going to just put that over the top here too. Just block out everything that ain't words. Perfect fit. Fits right down to the base, and then you can adjust this like that. And actually, there's so much arm, I'm actually not even sure what to do with all the extra, but you can do it like that, or you could, you know what, I'm kind of guessing maybe you could put it all the way around like this. So however you want to do it. I'm going to look at the instructions, and then I'm going to plug it into the camera here, and we will test it out. So I did take a quick look at the instructions. I've got it plugged into my camera here, and there aren't any visible lights on it, which is kind of nice sometimes just to know that it's getting power. I don't see any lights on it. This is the way in the instructions that it says to hook it up together. So you kind of have it like this, and it's sitting vertically, and the logo would be on the front side of the mic. That's where the pickup is, and they have it kind of wrapped around the front like this. So if I talk into it like this, that's the way it's supposed to work. Now, I am going to do a couple of things here because I'm hoping that it's recording, is that I'm going to get into it really close like this. I'm actually lowering my voice a little bit just because it can kind of be very sensitive on the pickup. Luke. So, this is the microphone pickup. I haven't done anything with the settings. In fact, it shows you how, say, if you plug this into a Windows computer or something like that, you can adjust those. Now, I'm actually going to flip it around here, too, because it should be that envelope of sound pickup should be focused this way. So if I turn it around like this, you should actually get a decrease in the sound pickup. And what I will do here is I'm actually just going to pick this up and move it out of the way and keep talking, and hopefully the audio is being changed as you might expect. So if I kind of bring it back like this and speak right into it, and I definitely love, because I'm moving around and holding it by the base, I love the fact that that microphone is isolated from it. So this is the audio. You can expect my face is about a foot away from it. I have the windscreen and the windsock on there. I think that's great, especially if you're using it in anywhere that there might be, ambient noise or wind. It's just going to help kind of reduce that. In fact, I love those big furry ones when it's actually windy to help block the sound. I've never had those, but it's always been a dream of mine to one day maybe get one of those. But for an inexpensive mic, this Yanmei may fit the bill for me, and it just looks professional. It looks like it is a serious piece of kit here. And, for recording those podcast episodes, if you're not subscribed to those, go anywhere the podcasts are available, and you can find the Peter Von Panda podcast. It's just me ranting. So if you don't like hearing people complain, then definitely stay away from the podcast. But for shooting some of these videos or doing work or webinars or whatever it might be, conference calls, I think this could just be another great tool to have around when I need it. So if you want to pick this up, maybe get something that looks to business without spending a lot of money, I will put a link to it in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.